Life is completely uncertain, unpredictable, and what's going to happen at the next moment, you literally can't predict. So I have been doing Vipassana meditation from last 10 years, and apart from that, outside of the course, I am practicing Vipassana meditation at home as well. Sometimes I sit from 10 minutes to 1 hour to 2 hours. And even though going through this Vipassana meditation journey, there was a time I faced lots of difficulties in my life. So in this video, I'm going to share some of the experiences which might help you to move ahead in your life and how you can tackle that experiences as well. So it doesn't matter if you haven't done the Vipassana meditation or not, but you can still practice the mindfulness. And I hope this video help you a lot. And if you have any questions, please comment down below and I'll try to answer as I'm doing for my previous videos. So let's start it. So I started Vipassana meditation in 2014. So it took me 3 years to understand what is meant by the actually Vipassana meditation and what it does. So I remember the story when I graduated from the university. I finished my bachelor's in 2017 and I got selected in a campus interview. So I was the only one student from my whole university that I got selected in the campus interview. And I got an opportunity to work as an electrical maintenance engineer in one of the automotive sector in India. So my boss was a little bit, he was with a different mindset. I wouldn't say he was bad, I wouldn't say he was good, but he had a little bit different mindset. He was had a different set condition thought process. So when I started working as my fresher, so first 2 months was pretty good. But then suddenly something happened to my boss and he started treating me unfair. And me doing Vipassana meditation, my understanding was like you shouldn't do anything bad to anyone. You just like be kind as much as you can and just do not hurt any other human being, because that's what we learn in Vipassana, and that it should be like that. But also Goenka ji mentioned that if someone is hurting another person's emotions, then we should stand for ourselves as well. So doing Vipassana meditation is, it doesn't mean you're gonna be a monk, but you have to draw a strong boundary line, which I learned through this experience and which I'm going to talk about now. So my boss, my previous boss, so he used to treat me unfair as compared to the other employees. So what he used to do, he used to just give me very unassigned tasks which was not assigned to my roles, because I was selected as a graduate engineer, and he used to ask me to go and get a print for the paper, or just go and get his tiffin from his car, or go and get some medicine from the pharmacy. So when I was talking to all my peers or my colleagues, they were doing pretty fine because they also joined with me and they were doing pretty fine. They had their own projects and everything. And I started feeling left out. I was started thinking I worked so hard to grab this opportunity, but why I'm not being recognized, why I'm not getting appreciation from my boss, or I'm not learning anything. I'm just coming to the work 8 to 5, or sometime it could go to 8 to 6, and I'm learning nothing. I'm just earning money. I want to learn something new. What if I grow and go and change my job? I'm learning literally nothing. And I was trying to focus on I was trying to do meditation, but my peer pressure, my surrounding was completely out of my hand that I couldn't focus. And since it was my first job, I didn't even had any experience in my life. I was thinking to quit the job, but I wasn't confident enough in my skills that I'm gonna find another job as well, because all graduate roles was completely closed. So I just didn't understand how to cope up with this kind of situation. So what I did, I called my Vipassana teacher, and I was so lucky enough that my Vipassana teacher, I'm so fortunate enough that I have a teacher in my life who have been guiding of every difficult phase of my life. So I called my teacher and I explained to them the scenario which I'm going through. I mentioned to them, my boss is treating me unfair. This is what happening. My teacher asked me, are you meditating? I said, no, I'm not meditating because I'm so entangled in the past thoughts and future thoughts. My boss is treating me like this, that create this sensation that affected my mental health. And I'm thinking, what if he do tomorrow? So I'm not being able to be in a present moment. So my teacher just asked me, how about you just sit for 10 minutes and then call me? and I sit for the 10 minutes of Anapana meditation, and I call them. Then my teacher asked me, do you remember the time in the past where you feel the situation is completely painful and now you're in the different situation? And if I want you to ask, go back and leave that situation again, will you be able to leave that situation again? And I said, no, it's impossible because it's gone, but it's affected on me still. And I remember that thoughts. Then Bharat sir is my teacher and Shah ma'am is my teacher as well. And they have been guiding me, shaping my life. I'm literally their kid. And I'm so fortunate enough to having such a blissful teacher in my life. So Bharat sir told me the nature of the thoughts is come and go. You responding and reacting to thoughts is in your hand. Thoughts gonna come because the quality, that's the nature of the thought. But you reacting or not, it's your quality. So you need to learn how not to react but respond to that thought. They asked me question, if you go and talk to your boss and ask him, hey, please behave nice with me, is he going to behave nice with you? I say, I guess if I talk nice to him, then he will behave nice to me. Then teacher, my Guruji said, why don't you go and talk to him? I said, I tried, but he avoided. And then my Guruji said, you tried, he avoided. What else we can do? Do you want to quit the job? I said, no, I don't have confidence. Then Guruji said, what else? Do you wanna make a complaint about him? Then I said, what's gonna happen? You will get the new boss. And Guruji said, what if the new boss treated you the same or even worse than he's treating you? Then I was very confused. I didn't understand what I do because I was pretty frustrated about my career and everything. Then Guruji mentioned to me, you should focus on what's in your control. This kind of situation is going to happen in your life. Today is work, tomorrow will be your relationship, next time it will be your colleague, next time while you're traveling somewhere, there will be always a person which will try to harm others. And it's not they're doing intentionally because they have grown up in such a way. Their mindset works like that. But we cannot control them. What we can control our own actions. We can see what's in my control. That person is verbally saying something to me. I'm listening that, receiving that information, generating some kind of chemical on my body. And once I'm generating of the chemical, I'm observing that, I'm aware that something is happening on my body. And also I'm aware that this chemical is keep changing. If I heard someone is appreciating me, then different chemical is generating on my body. Someone is insulting me, then different chemical as a part of sensation is generating on my body. And both those good sensation and bad sensation is changing. So if something is changing and it's meant to be changed, and that's the law of the universe, why I have to give importance if something is going to change? It gets multiply if I stuck, but if I completely ignore and focus on my respiration, focus on my task, then life become easier. Then what I did next day, I sat for the determination for 1 hour meditation. I sent him metta. Metta is loving kindness in Vipassana meditation. I sent him metta, and I went to the office. Then my boss again asked me to do the print. This time I wasn't sad. I was pretty happy. I went on printing machine. I said, okay, this is my task. This is in my control. I gave him print. I sat on my desk. I said, wow, I have 8 hours to do nothing. And I started learning a little bit about how to apply for the scholarship. So I utilized that time for something useful instead of me sitting over there and crying. So this was my story of me being mindfulness about using Vipassana meditation. And I will be sharing lots of stories. If you have any questions, particular question, what you're dealing in your life, I'll pick that question and I'll try to make a new video about it. I hope this video helped.